Power Book 4 Force, Season 2, Episode 6, Here There Be Monsters. Claw puts on a decent acting job when going to identify Walter just for her to give a stupid vengeance speech. I thought that whole scene was just unnecessary.
I mean, I couldn't really tell if she was like happy or sad or mad. I guess she probably would be feeling a bunch of mixed emotions there.
She cried, and then once everybody left, she was kind of happy, I guess.
And then she kind of cried at the end again, realizing that, he gone.
I
Because
thought
all I
was
wanted
just...
you to do was accept me.
Oh, fair enough.
Goodbye, Da.
Gross. Stacy and her Fed team are giving the lay of the land to Vic for his immunity. Considering he's getting immunity, she should probably relax. As soon as Stacy mentions...
Well, no, because they own him. Like she said, they own him now. So we can treat you however we want to. And then if you fuck up, we just going to put you in jail, which is always the worst possible situation to be in for any of these people. And I don't understand why they get into it. But I have a question. Do you think that the writer's room in Power is built the same way the writer's room is built in Marvel shows? In that, like, there's different people writing different episodes. Like, there's different teams that take different episodes. Do you think that could possibly be some of the disconnect we see in character details?
Possibly.
The way I look at it... Or go ahead.
I was just going to say, it does kind of seem like we do this...
Right?
So, like, I guess that kind of makes sense.
The way I compared it is that when you see that sometimes in those shows, that's where some of the inconsistencies in powers or anything like that or lore kind of might pop out.
Maybe one writer was like, I was wanting you to take it here, but you...
Exactly. Or instead of it being powers in this instance, it's like personality traits. It's the way that they talk. It's the way that they act. Because, girl, the cop, this is the most unhinged I've seen her.
Yes.
Wake up, snowflake. Morning time, motherfucker. We own that ass. Get on the stroll and start making my money. Basically.
Yeah.
Like she hasn't talked like this the entire series or been this aggressive either. And it almost feels like a different person is writing her.
Yeah. And then, so she mentions, Vic, I'm going to be your direct contact. And then everybody
started looking around like, hey, yo, what? Hey, where'd that come from? I thought this was a joint task force.
So, yeah, I mean, that was very confusing and just unnecessary, I feel like. But then...
Like, we was asking questions on why the NYPD cop would be leading. And now I'm all confused. With the DA is leading this joint now?
And it just seems like she has a shit ton of arrogance that'll eventually lead to her downfall as well. Which...
we called from, like, episode 1.
For sure. So I've been pronouncing it Maria, obviously, this whole time. Yeah, it's Maria. Maria is texting Tommy to help her pick out a car. Did she get her license already?
Fam, don't just let it go. It's not supposed to make sense.
Ashanti comes on heavy, wanting to smell Jenard's dick to check if he's been cheating. Especially when it's more likely that he's been out doing heroin, not another girl. This man saw her Golden Gloves necklace and immediately started pondering selling it. More like junkie behavior.
Real tweak, like a real junkie. Like it's official. You've crossed the threshold. You ain't just taste it. It's on. You got your hook. It's on your ass. You got that monkey on your back.
Yeah, real bad.
Why did the one of the biggest antagonist of last season, the biggest threat to Tommy and Diamond, end up being a fucking junkie? What value did you add to the story with this nonsense? You couldn't have made him estranged for any other reason other than him being on drugs and stealing shit from people. I'm sorry, man. Like, when we talking about the Power universe and things that excite me, more people being addicted to drugs is just not like I thought we're supposed to be, spotlighting all the glamorous shit. You got these motherfuckers decked head to toe in the latest designer everything. They sporting military grade weapons. They're driving foreign cars. But yes, let's tackle the complexities of addiction and substance abuse. No, man, that's not your role, and you don't do it well. So, like, why?
You know what? Now I think about it, Force doesn't do the designer clothes.
The fuck they don't. Jeremiah be
At the
decked
very
out.
least-
Jannard
least
be
they don't
decked
do-
out. Tommy wear the same outfit every day, and that's why it don't look like it, because he not Tariq.
Well,
everybody else be
it's
decked the fuck out.
Diamond, but no. Like with Ghost, literally, it's Amiri. It's Fendi logos all over. It's Louis Vuitton logos.
So
all
maybe they're not advertising as heavy.
Yeah.
Because that show probably doesn't get as much viewership as the other one, but they're head to toe.
Sure. I mean, it's nice clothing for sure.
For sure.
It's just Tommy and Diamond shop at Burlington.
And you gotta stay accurate. Like, niggas is not rocking Givenchy in Chicago the way they are in New York. Niggas is not rocking Versace in Chicago the way that they rocking it in New York. Like, normal niggas are wearing Armani. Normal niggas are wearing Gucci. Because that's the brand of New York. That is how the style is. Designers are king. But like, that's not necessarily the Chirac style.
Nah, Chicago definitely gonna be wearing a Gucci belt for sure.
They
might not be able to afford the sweater.
With a fucking
but
hoodie,
they gonna
right?
wear that Gucci belt. They gonna flex the belt at the very least.
With some True Religion jeans on and a fucking hoodie.
Yep. Tommy and Maria use car shopping as a metaphor for their relationship. Then as Tommy is about to trick on his new lady and buy her a whole ass car, Maria gets a text from her ex saying he's been attacked.
How did he text her? Must have been a voice to text.
Oh, it could be. That's crazy. Didn't even think about that.
Like, who texts that message out for him?
Somebody. Well, yeah, no, voice to text for sure. Diamond attempts to pay to have Jenard all caught up, but the Serbs want the projects or Jenard dies.
I mean, we could just
get
Jenard on out of here.
Maria might have originally thought Tommy attacked Bro, but quickly comes to the realization that it was Miguel after he describes Mexicans coming after him, which I thought was racist, but then I looked it up and Miguel is actually Mexican, so I definitely thought he was.
I'll leave it alone. Never mind. Yeah, I'll leave it alone. I mean, it's still racist to assume that the Latin Americans that came into your house are Mexican. It's still racist.
That's fair.
Whatever.
For sure. Vic does end up coming up to Tommy, and Tommy wants to know the info on what went down. Vic explains that he did it. Tommy wants to know about the Flynn territory. Vic offers the territory to them, but he wants to move Powder and split it 50-50. After eventually agreeing to 60-40, Vic then asks if he's going to kill Claude, and Tommy admits that he's going to make her suffer.
I wonder how that's going to work out, like, because old girl don't give a fuck about her. So it's probably going to work out fine. Probably just going to let whatever the fuck happen.
Sure.
You know? It's also odd that, like, do you see how convenient the plot kind of came together here? So the DA becomes hyper-focused on Tommy. And at the point she's hyper-focused on Tommy, she's literally saying, fuck Walter Flynn, fuck Claudia, who looked like they were the two people jockeying for the position of the King of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until she got Vic to flip that now all of these territories are now coming available for Tommy. So right in the nick of time that they need him to be the kingpin, he's the kingpin. It's kind of like the Jenard and Diamond thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Jenard and Diamond are working together. No, the fuck they're not. But by the time that the Serbs go look, oh yeah, no, yes they are.
That's so crazy.
Like,
that is crazy. Maybe that's better. That's better writing. At least they kind of...
Is it though?
They at least tied the loose ends, I would think. It's not leading itself to a plot hole.
But you're saying that things are a definitive fact before they actually happen, which means that they're wrong and they just end up being right because of plot.
Okay, so
because
they're writing,
someone's writing
they're writing their way out of the situation. Yeah,
it's like they're not actually taking us through and showing us how it happened. They're explaining it away.
Yeah.
You want to know another thing I thought about the other night? Remember when you mentioned, oh, girl didn't get her season 2 check and that's why Diamond ain't with the cop no more? That's what happened, fam. She ain't coming back. She sent a fucking goodbye text, and that's how they wrote her out of the show.
Yep.
How fucking lazy can you be, dog? I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I said, ain't no fucking way they would just piece out a love interest like that off a text. Not even an explanation. He didn't talk to Tommy about it. Yeah, we've been having problems. Da 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 da. No, the text is she's gone. Whole character disappeared.
I'm gone.
Disappeared.
Crazy. Vic seems to be getting a lion's share of the inheritance from Walter, and Claude is
all of
obviously distraught.
Everything, even the house.
Yeah.
He knew you was a conniving snake. I knew you were a conniving snake, and one day you'd kill me. So I left everything to Victor.
That's crazy. Despite the fact that he literally shot you, so yikes.
Didn't see that one coming.
JP has turned to the bottle after what happened with D-Mac. Kate also hasn't been picking up the phone, and while Tommy's not surprised, JP doesn't understand what life is like as an Egan.
I think Kate's death, if that's what's happening, will break Tommy to a certain degree. I think that'll really hurt him.
Sure. Oh, I agree. Seems like Vic is already beating Tommy to the punch of making Claudia suffer, letting her fend for herself since she supposedly tried to kill bro.
I was actually surprised that he revealed that. Like, why wait until after you go to the cops to reveal that?
Yeah.
This is weird timing.
Fair enough. Diamond pulls up Jenard, who has completely let himself go with a pizza laying on his chest and drugs clearly on the counter next to him. Crazy.
Oh, that's where it came from. So later on in the episode, he's talking to somebody, and I'm like, yo, man, they doing this nigga altogether dirty. Why the fuck he got pizza stains on his shirt?
Oh,
Why the fuck he got food stains all over his t-shirt?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, okay. Jeez.
Clearly, being on heroin makes you completely miss your mouth and just put shit right on your chest.
Yeah,
I guess technically it does because you're kind of, sure. Claudia does have the help of the Serbs, and she asks for protection. Fam, Claudia is not worth the headache, first of all. Neither are your henchmen, which you know Tommy could kill with ease, because he's done it plenty of times before.
Oh, my God. I'll ask you later. Keep going.
I love this scene coming up. Miguel seems on the verge of dying without his insulin. Is that how it works? Bro seemed like he was going through withdrawals.
I was trying to figure out what was wrong. If he needed his insulin, that means he was high. And I've been at that point before, but like maybe sweating, dehydrated, lethargic.
Bro,
I don't know if it's he looked like he got like cold chills, which is something else. That's like
withdrawals or some shit. And on top of that,
like he was coming off some shit.
What? Like for the life of me, he does not need Maria to give him the shot.
No, he doesn't.
He can give himself the shot.
He can literally pick up the syringe and push the plunger down. That's all that needs to happen. It'd be so stupid to me if this nigga chops people up, he fills people with liquid nitrous and then breaks their body parts. He crushes the doctor's hands, but you can't stick a needle in your arm?
How hard is it to get a diabetic that actually knows how diabetes works?
Bam, he don't even need. He could get a pump. He can get a nice pump. You rich, bruh. Just plug it in, and it'll do the job for you. Essentially, it's very silly. He's using like the fucking crackhead syringes, like the ones they give out to free to the addicts so that they can go about their life cleanly. Yeah. That's the type of syringe he used. And I was using that shit back in 1997 to take my insulin.
Oh my gosh.
But I guess it doesn't matter enough that a guy of that wealth would have such an outdated fucking apparatus for taking his life-saving medicine. But, details.
Sure. Maria obviously takes her time because she confronts Miguel about attacking her ex. Diamond apparently got that kid doing better in the boxing ring. Mm-hmm. He then goes and talks to Ashanti about Jenard's drug usage. She's willing to give up territory to get bro straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, sure. We'll just save my thoughts for Miss Ashanti until later.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond ends up at the kid's house with her mama talking about her Taibo skills. Diamond tells her, you are still in great shape. And she immediately buckles, all smiling and shit. That is until her man walks in wondering what the hell is going on. This nigga got some nerve to walk up to Diamond and knock the glass out of his hand.
Fam, listen. Again, I don't know if we just have an all-women writing crew. I don't know if we're doing the, I don't know what we're doing. But the inconsistency in fidelity or the excuses that are made for infidelity in this show. It doesn't even have to be that way, because you don't have to write it that way. You don't have to be so heavy-handed with some of the shit that you're doing. So when she goes into the barbershop, right? She's clearly eye-fucking this man. And, like, not even to a point like, oh, no, you overreacted. My girl did that. It'd be fine. No. I mean, you purposely made her stare her way in, stare out, and then catch his eye on the outside of the window.
Yeah.
Okay? Attraction.
For sure.
Right? Flirting is what you're signaling right now. Then you give me this fucking Yosemite Sam mixed with Uncle Ruckus fucking father that no one would love or give a fuck whether or not he dies. So it's acceptable for her to be flirting with Diamond at the shop and now even in her house.
Yep.
Right? You got to give me a character that's so unbelievably bad that he would make Joe Jackson cry.
Yes.
That he would put Ike Turner to shame. That's how laughably bad this character was written and portrayed.
So bad.
And it has to be that way because we've already signaled that this woman is going to be with Diamond and she needs an out to get out of her relationship other than cheating for us to still, keep liking her.
Yeah.
It is fucking, this is stupid, man.
So stupid.
It's fucking dumb. Not to mention how on the nose we are with the abusive father and Diamond coming from an abusive father who just died. And like, oh my goodness, dude.
Yep. Claudia has one of her old lesbian friends flued out since she needs somebody around.
Random as fuck.
So random. But
random as fuck.
She needs somebody in her corner.
She kills everyone who's around her.
She does.
Kills every companion that she has.
Yep. Tommy goes over the Vic situation with Diamond. After Tommy overlooks the fact that Vic could potentially have ulterior motives, which is why he's giving his territory so freely, Diamond offers to bring Jenard in for help. Diamond explains that he gets Ashanti's territory if they do so. Tommy gives Jenard one chance or he's dead. Diamond also tells Tommy about Mirkovich being hostile. Diamond then neglects to tell Tommy about Jenard's drug usage.
They both lying to each other about the same type of shit. They're doing the same exact thing. Tommy's been fucking with Maria. He knows he's not supposed to be, and he isn't telling Diamond. Fucking Jenard is a junkie. Or wait, no. What is Diamond doing?
Diamond was hiding the fact that he was a junkie, yeah. Yeah,
he was hiding. It was something else, though. He ended up telling him about Seamus, but he lied to him at first. But yeah, he's hiding the shit about Jenard. Tommy is trying to bring in Vic, who's a Trojan horse, right? Who's a fucking snitch. And then by bringing in the extra territories along with Jenard, they were doing the same thing, bringing in a Trojan horse.
Yeah.
They're both doing the same things with each other by lying. And then they're going to end up blinded by it. But then they ain't going to want to kill each other over because they're going to find out that they was lying to each other.
Let's just not lie to each other going forward.
Force.
Seeing Claudia as the more feminine person in a group of two women is just weird.
A little weird.
Weird. Also, she will try to turn everything into a damn business deal. You do have to give it to her. She will look for a business opportunity out of some shit. At the very least. Jenard is high as hell, and Ashanti accuses bro of stealing her Golden Gloves necklace. While I understand her frustration with Jenard, she says she doesn't fuck losers, but Jenard has been a loser
for a while, fam. The whole time
I've
been watching you fucking me, been a loser.
So
been losing.
Explain that. Vic gets Tommy a good spot to sell drugs on the north side and pushes to try to meet Miguel, but Tommy ensures he'll take care of it. Tommy then gives Vic a burner phone, which the feds see. Tommy is upset because it seems like he's getting ghosted by Maria. Vic gets upset that the feds are out in plain sight like they always seem to be in force, and he's afraid that Tommy will see.
Look, Vic, this is how it works. You gotta trust that I know what I'm doing. I don't! The fuck?
You're gonna get me killed.
You gonna get yourself killed first, then you gonna get me killed.
Crazy.
You been a ditch somewhere talking about I know what I'm doing. Yeah, all right.
The kid's aggressive dad gets all pissy over him having a comic book. He tells him to hit him, which he doesn't. He calls him every name in the book as Diamond watches.
Because we need to reinforce once again, this man is the worst possible human possible that he could be. And there's nothing else that would make this situation even the slightest bit better. He should just leave and be gone. Yep. Just like Diamond's father.
Yep.
Because even when you're a good father like D-Mac, you're still not a good one.
Facts.
That's what we need. Like is that not the overarching theme of Power? Like everything would be better if we just didn't have our dads. Like everything would be so much easier if we didn't have dads. Dads weren't around. We all this would be so much easier. Kill all your fathers.
Claudia has a meeting with Jenard, who is basically her only business associate left besides the Serbs. She now wants him to work with her despite ignoring this nigga earlier this season. Ashanti seems to be plotting while this meeting is happening.
Was Jenard her pill supplier that she was going to be working with the Serbs with? Was he the pill supplier? Because she's been talking about this pill supplier. Yeah, I got my pill contact. Was it Jenard this whole time?
No, it couldn't have been.
Because remember, Jenard went to her very early in the season and tried to sell that shit to her, and she wasn't on it.
Yeah.
Is the pill contact who she went to Merkovich about and who she been talking to Vic about and all this other shit?
But then why would she tell the Serbs that Jenard and Diamond are getting back together?
So that they wouldn't work with Jenard directly.
Oh, could be. Could be.
So that they would cut Jenard off or start going after him. And then the
go
only place he has to go.
That's a possibility.
Right to Claude.
That is definitely a possibility.
Because I haven't seen... Who the fuck else is this pill person that she been mentioning all this time? It's got to be Jenard. Jenard the only one that done offered her some drugs. You told me you was good. You said my hands is full. Well, my hands is full.
Tommy is eating up all the Serbs' food, and Tommy lets Mirkovic know that whatever he's planning, he needs to relax.
Well, he didn't do that.
No, he did not. Turns out that the piece of shit dad not only drinks, but he does coke and he cheats on his shit.
Wow. That's what I said while we were watching it. I was like, Tia, they going over the fucking moon with this shit. He's on his lunch break doing coke and fucking with women.
Yeah. Yep.
Just in a fucking alley. What?
An alley that's easily discoverable because clearly Diamond did. Well, I guess he was following him.
Ladies. How many times have you ever met up with a nigga so he can do coke off a mirror while you stand around and y'all on his lunch break? How many times has that ever happened to you? What the fuck are y'all writing? What is this? You don't love that woman at home? No, because I'm not a real person. And you hate the boy? Yeah, because I was written to hate indiscriminately and aggressively. Fucking hell. Don't call the police on him. You know what I'm saying? Don't move the family somewhere else with all that fucking money you got. No, go choke the nigga out and tell him you gonna kill him if he ever come back around his family again. Not go get yourself straightened out, go to a rehab, go to church. Leave. Pack your shit up and leave your child the way my daddy left me. And never come back again or I'll kill you. I can't make this shit up, bro. I can't make this shit up.
I'm happy for the family, but ultimately Diamond is injecting himself into a situation he don't really know shit about because it's familiar to him. You don't know everything.
He the fucking breadwinner in that house. He the only one paying some fucking bills. His mama walking around the street smiling at motherfuckers all day. But she's virtuous, so she'll make it.
She's also redeemable for anything that she may
for
have
any
done.
And everything. For having this random ass man in her house kicking it while you hockey kid. Cheeks ear to ear. But no, just like Maria's doctor boyfriend, he has to be an utter piece of shit so that you don't feel bad about the fact that she's flirting with some other dude in his house.
Absolutely. Because this is Power, where the women are redeemable and
the men are despicable.
Pieces of shit.
Evil, despicable. The whole driving force of the Power universe is evil men.
Speaking of which, Claude talks to her new girlfriend about being fucked over by Walter, and then they have a full-on I hate men scene, followed by a kiss.
Where did she come from? She never mentioned this person. We never got an odd mention about some college roommate that she fell in love with, but it never worked out. We never even got a mention of this person, but she's close can be to her.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if this was the plan, you would have thought that there would have been some sort of breadcrumbs, some memory flashback, some mention of this person who's so close to her.
Never. Jenard calls Tommy my nigga amongst making amends, which I just thought was funny. Tommy knows something is clearly up with bro.
Because if I can spot a tweak, I know goddamn Tommy can.
He better be able to at least. Tommy pulls up on Maria at her job, which is a fast-paced, busy job, but fuck it. Let all these patients potentially die because I need to have this conversation.
Let's go talk in this black guys or the break room.
This is the second time she's just put Tommy over her patients, but fair enough. They have a conversation about what happened with Miguel. Turns out Maria is so in love with Tommy that she doesn't want the same thing to happen to him.
Y'all.
Tommy then gets a call and dips on her.
She's known him for 2 weeks. She's known him for 2 weeks, y'all. She's known him for 2 weeks.
That whole thing gets worse, too.
Like, days. A handful of days is what she's known this man. Like. So, your brother smashed in your ex-boyfriend's hands. And the first thing you think about is what he's going to do to the nigga you was driving with last week?
Yep.
Now, again, Miguel made some sort of mention about, the mistakes that Maria has made and her being just like him. Maybe there was some sort of past that Maria had before she became a nurse. I don't know. But as it stands right now, there was a void for a love interest for Tommy, and they did their best.
And they rushed it.
No, they did their best. Unfortunately, their best looks like this.
Yes. Crazy. The Serbs come up to the project shooting shit up. Big Smurf ends up getting shot. The CGI is really not Power strong suit, yet they keep trying this season. As Smurf gets rushed to the hospital, all Maria can think about is Tommy because she's in love and shit.
And then we don't have money for real explosions? Can't
Clearly
set up one
smoke.
real explosion. You shot one rocket launcher. We can't shoot one real explosion, one practical explosion?
Nope.
Like a fucking
Budget don't
movie.
call for that shit.
Too bad.
Tommy shows up after the shit goes down and gets a text from Mirkovich threatening him to stay off the north side.
Bet we gonna air y'all whole shit up. We back at CBI. We probably 2 times bigger now that we added girls territory and the Flynn stuff. So come on with it.
Yeah,
come on with it. And then when your niggas go to jail, we gonna clean them up too because we run them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Ooh, that's gonna be an issue. That's gonna be an issue. When the cop finds out the Diamond been spending his time with old Bat My Eyes mama over there, that's gonna be a whole issue because she gonna fuck they whole shit up.
Sure.
Behind Diamond, oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah. She gonna act a fool.
Diamond ain't done nothing yet.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Vic,
Diamond gonna be like, yeah, I think we should just keep our relationship professional. Oh, she gonna be like, oh, really, motherfucker? Bet, I got professional for you. You ain't gonna be an ounce of drugs moving through that prison for them.
Yikes. Vic meets with Stacy once again and lies about getting a phone number from Tommy, but tries to give her info on Claudia.
Vic, I don't know what you thought was about to happen. And once again, she's still talking like she a fucking 80s pimp or some shit like that. Break yourself, motherfucker, and run me my goddamn money. Before I smack the shit out you and throw you in that motherfucking room.
Oh my God, I hate her.
Like, I was like, who are you right now? You think I'm playing, motherfucker? You can't play me. I'll play you. Now you give me what I need.
As it comes to writing, dads are clearly the worst, but then it's cops. Right
yo, who invited Shaft?
Maria shows up to Tommy's and starts crying about the fact that Tommy could have died, and he promises her that he ain't going nowhere because they all in love and shit. Vic seems to be happy that he took care of Walter, but admits that there's one other thing that he has to do to be free, which is take Tommy down.
No, I use a lame ass nigga because you just said exactly why you shouldn't be taking Tommy down, but you know, whatever.
Sure.
Whatever. It's not gonna work, so.
Yeah, no, for sure. Power found a way to not have a sex scene in this entire episode, so they
last 2 minutes, baby.
So they let Tommy and Maria have it out.
I feel like that was just for us. That was just for us. It was like, oh shit, they might not have a sex scene. It's like, you thought, nigga. You thought.
Yeah, no. They weren't gonna fucking leave without at least one sex scene. Jenard tells Ashanti that he's back in CBI. Turns out Ashanti's got some ulterior motives. How she thinks she's in a position of power when he's the low man on the totem is wild. She told that man Jenard to step his pussy up. Crying laughing when she said that.
I had to replay that. I was like, step your pussy up. Excuse me? Hey, Jenard, put your chest out, man. Your chest out.
Oh, man.
Yo, like, when did she become, like, she went from Ashanti to Shanti from D Block in like 2 seconds. Yo,
yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yep, immediately.
Like, hold on, wait. So you've been meaning to tell me from the moment that Tommy came in here and showed that he was part of CBI, you've been planning to take over CBI. So what was you waiting on, fam? Diamond been locked up. Jenard is a loser, and if you are telling me that you've been playing Jenard from the beginning, which is the only thing that makes sense, in my opinion.
Sure.
You can tell me otherwise if you see it. But the only thing that makes sense for all of this to be what it really is, that where we're at right now, is she was playing Jenard from the jump, from the minute that he walked into the boxing ring.
Sure.
And he came in there trying to recruit her.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. So if that's the case, what were you waiting around on? Jenard? Again, Jenard was in charge while Diamond was in jail. You could have ran all this game on Jenard before Diamond got out of jail. Before you had heat with the Flins, before you had heat with the Serbs, before things with the cartel got tenuous, before you had any restructuring to do, you could have played the fuck out of Jenard and got everything you wanted and not even had to deal with Tommy or Diamond. What was it about this situation that presented an advantageous opportunity for her to start her planning here?
Not only that, but there's too many things that are out of her control, like him spiraling into drugs, him owing the Serbs and Miguel money.
Like, none of that could be planned. Like, she didn't make him broke to make sure he couldn't take care of his obligations and needed somebody to save him.
She took advantage of it, but luckily.
But again, if she's so smooth to take advantage of things as they come, what the fuck were you doing for 10 years while Diamond was down?
Yeah. Yep. Because now is definitely not the time when Diamond has Tommy.
When CBI has the biggest target on its back that it ever has. And that's just with the rival gangs. You don't even know nothing about what's going on with the cops. But right now, they have the most conflict than they have had going on in a long time with both the Serbs and the Flints. Why now? The biggest problem that I have with all of this for Ashanti is her motivation. What black people do you hang around that don't make money because they got to make it with white people? Like, I'm serious, man. Who's talking like this?
Yeah.
This feels like some white liberal's idea of the problem that black people have with white people.
Yep.
Oh, I just don't want them around. I don't want them telling me what to do. I'm tired of these white people taking stuff from me. He didn't take shit from you. You wasn't running CBI.
Not even close.
What the fuck and you integrated your business with him. What did he take from you?
Not a damn thing. She has no reason to have any sort of vengeance plans against
blind bigotry. That's all it is. It's this blind bigotry. He's white. I don't like him. So I'm going to infiltrate all of CBI.
If that was the case, why didn't you do that against the Flins at any point?
She ain't had no smoke with any Flynn. None.
She was in Claudia, or no, Claudia was in her house.
Tommy brings money and connections to the operation. You don't like him for no other reason than he's white. Like, it's every bit as stupid as what homeboy got shot over. Nah, he white. I ain't taking drugs from him.
So Jenard strikes a deal with the Serbs or Claudia. What does this mean? What does that mean at all
I don't know.
for you? You're not okay with that?
Yeah. But no, she about to take her ass. Apparently, from the preview, she about to take her ass on to Claudia anyway. So what was all of this hoopla about working with white people and them stealing from you and da 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 da? They have a hard time keeping things straight over there. I can see.
Sure. After getting some cheeks, Tommy starts thinking about territories again. But that's not the only thing. Holly's chicken cutlass ass shows up. Cutlass ass, Jesus Christ. Holly's chicken cutlass ass. I said it again.
Chicken cutlass is crazy.
I keep saying chicken cutlass. Like, I want to say cutlet ass. Holly's chicken cutlet ass shows up. Holly says Tommy will hurt Maria just as he hurt her.
Probably.
Turns out Tommy loves Maria too.
Y'all fall in love fast, boy. I don't even understand.
It's been a week,
For
man.
niggas who don't even have girlfriends, y'all fall in love real quick.
It's been a week.
We needed Tommy to have a love interest. It needed to happen quickly.
She needs to be Hispanic.
Plot.
Because he has completely forgotten about Liliana, boy.
But see, I think Liliana was more of a sister. But
That's true.
That is crazy that he went all the way back to Holly and was thinking about her and not Liliana.
Especially since he thought about Liliana earlier this season. But now it's Holly.
Get him, Tommy. Make him pay for me, Tommy.
Nope, it's Holly and her.
So, okay, hold on. That was the first ghost. Second ghost was Holly. Are we going to keep with this?
We going to see Lala.
Seeing go. Oh. Keisha.
Yeah.
Wonder how that conversation will go.
Who were you thinking before Keisha?
I'm saying if he's seeing ghosts of people that passed.
Yeah, no, he should see ghosts.
He'll probably see Teresi at some point.
Ew, gross.
It had to do what it had to do. You was a snitch. You know the game. You know the rules.
Tommy sounding like Sylvester Stallone. It's crazy.
Hey, no lie. It's right there. Heavy ass New York Italian, I guess an Irish accent. Give us your thoughts on episode 6 of Force. Put it in the comment prompt below. Like, share, subscribe. Come back next week for another review.
Unless you call us haters. And make sure you come back for...
Y'all can come back too.
Right. Make sure you check out our playlist full of power reviews. We also have a playlist for just Ghosts, Raising Kanan, and Power Book 4 Force. And make sure that you check us out every week when we give you a recap of the newest Power episode.